dealing with the Mideast crisis. Israeli aircraft struck militant targets in the Gaza Strip, and Palestinians launched dozens of mortar bombs and rockets from the enclave into Israel on Saturday, according to the Israeli military. The military said it struck more than 40 targets within several militant compounds belonging to Hamas in what it described as one of its widest operations since the 2014 Israel-Gaza war. Meanwhile, it said Gaza militants fired more than 50 mortar bombs and rockets toward Israel. On the other hand, Hamas denies this and blamed Israel on Saturday for the escalation. In Baghdad, Iraq placed its security forces on high alert on Saturday in response to ongoing protests in the country's southern provinces over poor government services and corruption. The nationwide order was issued overnight by Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi. From another perspective, security sources said reinforcement troops from both the Counter-Terrorism Service and the Army's 9th Division have already been dispatched to Basra, where demonstrators gathered for the 6th consecutive day to help protect the province's oil fields. On to Iran. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani said on Saturday the United States was more isolated than ever over sanctions against Iran, even among its allies. Rouhani, in remarks carried live on state television, spoke after meeting the heads of parliament and the judiciary. He said, "Today we are in conditions in which the United States is more isolated than ever over the sanctions issue. America's illegal actions have even isolated it among its own allies, as we just saw." In Islamabad, former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was in custody on Saturday, a day after the deadliest attacks in Pakistan's troubled election campaign killed more than 130 people. In the southwestern province of Balochistan, Islamic State group claimed responsibility for a suicide bombing that killed 128 people on Friday, including a politician running for a provincial legislature. 4 others died in a strike in Pakistan's northwest. The spokesman for Sharif's Pakistan Muslim League said on Saturday that the ex-prime minister and his daughter were being held in Adiyala jail. On to Africa. Eritrea's president arrived in Ethiopia for his first visit in 22 years on Saturday, amid a dramatic diplomatic row between the rivals. President Isaias Afwerki said, "This is a historic day for all of us. Anyone who thinks the people of Eritrea and Ethiopia are separated is considered as naive from now on." From another perspective, thousands turned out in Ethiopia's capital, Addis Ababa, under tight security to welcome Isaias, whose 3-day visit is the latest step in ending a long state of war. On the other side of the world, Mexican President-elect Andrés Manuel López Obrador has given a high-level U.S. delegation a proposal for how the two countries can work together on key areas of cooperation. That's according to Marcelo Ebrard, whom López Obrador has chosen to be Foreign Relations Secretary after he takes office on December 1st. Ebrard said the proposal covers 4 main pillars of the relationship: commerce, development, security, and migration. He also described Friday's meeting between López Obrador and top U.S. officials, including Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, as frank, respectful, and cordial. And finally, Nancy Sinatra, S.R. Frank Sinatra's first wife and the mother of his 3 children, has died at the age of 101. Her daughter Nancy Sinatra Jr. said that her mother died on Friday at 6:02 p.m. It's worth mentioning that Nancy and Frank Sinatra married in Jersey City, New Jersey on February 4th, 1939, just as Frank's singing career was about to take off. They were divorced in 1951.